The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Candice Michelle. And the opponent, from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 234 pounds, Shane McMahon.
New England, welcome from Portland, Maine. This is good old JR, Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
I've never seen a crowd so fired up, JR. They can't wait to get started, and neither can I.
That makes two of us, King. I don't think Portland's gonna know what hit it after tonight. Excellent counter. What ring presence. You know, King, I'm not sure that Candice is all there most of the time. She seems a little spacey to me.
That makes sense, JR. I think her ring attire might have been made on the moon, because her body is out of this world.
You know, just when I think you can't embarrass me any further, you somehow find a way.
Oh, come on, JR. You know you love it, and I know I love watching Candice in action.
A reversal. Can he capitalize on it? Sounds like this crowd.
There's the reversal. There's the pin. Can you believe we actually get paid to do this job, JR?
It's like a dream come true, King. Except when I have to sit here and listen to you drool over the divas.
Come on, JR. You know I'm helpless when it comes to puppies.
Oh, I know, King. And this capacity crowd is solidly behind their superstar. Look at this.
Wow. Could you be any more biased, JR? How about some fair and balanced commentary? Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's gonna go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
You know, JR, it's obvious that the only exercise you get is stretching the truth or jumping to conclusions.
Well, judging from the shape I'm in, I don't appear to be doing too much of either, King. You're looking pretty fit, though, I must say.
After some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think we'd better remind the folks at home not to try this stuff themselves.
Oh, would you look at this? Talk about arrogant. It's sickening.
Come on, JR. It's not enough just to win a match. You've got to make it clear who's the dominant superstar. So, how do you think this one's gonna turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
But you've got to have a guess, right?
I might, but I'd rather keep it to myself if it's all the same to you, King.
You gotta respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the roster has had to make more sacrifices than any other professional athlete I know.
It really is like being married to your career. There's not much room for anything else.
And marriage is a subject which you happen to be something of an authority. Isn't that right, King?
Come on now, JR. A man doesn't know what true happiness is.
I think someone's looking for a weapon.
You're not gonna win a match by insulting your opponent.
No, but having a crowd behind you can certainly get the adrenaline pumping. These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
But at the same time, King, no one makes it up the ladder without pushing themselves to the very limit. It's a very fine line to walk.
Oh, man! Did you hear that chair shot, JR?
I'd be surprised if there was a single person in this arena who didn't, King. This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw is the #1 brand of sports entertainment.
You got that right, JR. You're not gonna see this kind of action on SmackDown.
Not on SmackDown or anywhere else. There's nothing else out there that can come close to the excitement of seeing the Raw superstars perform live. I tell you, King, I've got no earthly idea how these superstars can maintain this intensity week after week after week.
It's not easy, JR. There's no off season. It's not like you've got 6 months to recover after WrestleMania.
That's for damn sure. And that's why I don't think there can be any doubt in anyone's mind that the superstars of the WWE are the greatest athletes in the world. I've got a feeling that this has all the makings of an instant classic.
That's probably just gas, JR.
Well, I did have some good old Oklahoma barbecue before tonight's show, but I don't think that's it, King.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I just hope these superstars can settle their differences in the ring and leave it at that. I certainly question some of Candice's techniques from time to time, but there's no denying that she's got a fierce competitive spirit and some serious athletic ability.
Not to mention an incredible pair of legs. I wonder what time they open.
What an incredible performance by these phenomenal superstars.
Did you expect anything less, JR? I mean, look who's in the ring right now.
No, I didn't, King. I had high expectations, and I'm happy to say that that's a short climb, but a potentially long fall.
You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find... Here's the cover, JR!
1, 2.
Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other?
Oh no! The referee's been knocked out! This can't be good!
Are you kidding? Now anything goes! It doesn't get any better than that, JR. If any superstar shows the slightest hint of weakness, they've lost the match.
That's for sure. No matter how beat up you are, you can't ever let your opponent... If I live to be 100, I'll never understand why they leave so many damn weapons under the ring. It's almost like they want the superstars to use them on each other.
Listen to the crowd.
My God! That foreign object is certainly being put to good... If you root around under the ring long enough, you're bound to find a weapon of some sort or another.
Watch out! He reversed it!
Oh, for the love of... Talk about having no respect for your opponent.
Well, if you got a problem with it, maybe you should do something about it, JR. Did you see that? That's gonna leave a mark.
I think that's the whole idea, King.
I talked to these superstars backstage before the match, and I don't think I...
Oh, man! That'll leave you hurting for certain.
You're not kidding, JR. That'll leave your head ringing for sure. I don't believe it. He just stole his opponent's finishing move. Man, is there even going to be anything left of these superstars by the time they're done?
Not if they have their way, King. Everything they came in here with tonight is going to be left in that ring, mark my words.
I hope these fans appreciate it, JR.
He looks like he's trying for a pin here. 2, 3.
I think I see where this one's...
Here's your winner, Shane McMahon.